You wanted to, I guess one disagreement you had with the show is that makeup, and this is a point of mine, makeup is deceiving and changes what you look like. And that's...
I specifically put that because like that day I watched an episode where you guys discussed it, and it was just something that was fresh in my mind. Mm-hmm. Like, truly, I do think makeup can be used to be deceiving. However, I think you would have to go to extreme lengths to deceive. I think you could wear like a standard amount of makeup, and a man can be able to tell how drastically different it's going to look when you take the makeup off or wake up the next morning, right? Like, so it was just fresh in my mind. There's many other topics you've talked about that are. Can you
Damien, pull up that tweet? It's the makeup tweet. It should be already pulled up. And then there's a couple other things we can pull up here. Let me see what we have. Does anybody agree with her? So my position is that makeup is deceptive, lying. Anybody disagree with that? Anybody else? Disagree? Anybody else?
I disagree.
Disagree? Okay.
Like 50-50.
50-50?
50-50.
50-50?
50-50.
I would say it's a 50-50 kind of.
Okay. So can be. Do you have it?
Yep.
Go ahead.
Very deceiving, yes.
I mean,
so that's what
that could be a dude on the left.
Like, that's what I would say is extreme. Like, you are very drastically trying to change your appearance, so you are trying to deceive. But I think a lot of women wear makeup and they just kind of enhance their natural features, and you could still tell that when I take my makeup off, I'm not going to look drastically different than I look now. My skin might not be necessarily perfectly smooth.
Who's willing to take off their makeup?
I would take off my makeup. I have no qualms.
You'll take it off?
No.
We'll do it later on in the show, but
okay.
You'll take it off?
I'll think about it.
All right, who's wearing fake lashes?
I have extensions, so I can't take them off. But
you can't. Oh, that does.
I can take them off.
That does a lot. The fake lashes does a lot of heavy lifting for women in general. Just saying.
I could agree.
We got an update on Mason. I'm gonna get that sent. Actually, what I'll do is
yes, the Neutrogena wipes.
We will. Okay,
I almost brought mine because I
you'll take your makeup off.
I literally have videos of me without makeup.
Well, I don't know where to. And there's probably like filters and.
No, there's no.
We'll do it at the end of the stream. At the end of the stream,
okay.
So you guys don't have to like go the whole show.
Look at all of us. How about all of us?
Looking all.
The only episode that all of us did. She's like, no, thank you.
All right. Yeah, look, I mean, it just seems kind of, the whole makeup thing seems, I agree with you that there's scales to it. Like a girl puts on a bit of eyeliner, I don't think that's like gonna substantially change men's appraisals of her attractiveness, but right. Women use a bit more makeup, powder, foundation, contouring, fake lashes. There's all kinds of makeup techniques that they can employ. The amount of makeup they use, the type, like I don't know what it's called.
Absolutely, but I guess it was just my thing was like deceiving is intentionally trying, you know what I mean, like to mislead someone. And there are like that picture was a very great example of where a girl used and went to great lengths to change what she looked like. But I don't necessarily think like if you took her makeup off, it would really change what she looks like at all.
No, but I think makeup can be deceiving, but not lying, because you're not lying and be like, this is my natural self.
No, yeah.
So I don't think
lying.
I think it's maybe deceiving.
I mean, the thing is, though, a guy could even be consciously aware. Like, a guy can... Although I think there's, like, for example, young men are a bit more naive to it. They don't have the requisite experience with women to, like, really have a full-fledged idea of, like, the degree that makeup can change a woman. Or there's guys who are just perhaps older, but even inexperienced. But even if a guy is, like, has a good sense of... women's usage of makeup, there is this sort of like attraction happens really rapidly. And it doesn't happen on the timeline of, okay, I can see she's wearing makeup, and attraction is instant. So it can happen before the guy's assessed the degree of makeup. So you've kind of like, even if he like post attraction trigger has made a determination, oh, she's wearing makeup, you've already kind of elicited like his drive, his attraction drive. In addition to that, many women on dating apps, for example, will never post a photo of them without any makeup. A lot of people meet on dating apps, on your social media profiles, perhaps where men might be meeting you, sliding into your DMs. You're never posting a picture of you without any makeup. You've not really given, the guy an opportunity to make an assessment of how you look without the makeup.
But that's not the most important part. If we're speaking on a relationship basis, then of course, like, your physical appearance is the number one on how you guys meet and get to talk, but he should also be attracted to a personality.
Sure, I 100% agree.
So at least 50-50.
I 100% agree, but like, you guys sort of cheat your way to getting the opportunity.
Okay, so would you say...
Because it would be like me saying, well, I had to lie to her that I'm an attorney, but I actually work at McDonald's so I could get my foot in the door so she could see my sparkling personality. Because if it was not for my appeal to her superficial interests, then she would not have otherwise given me an opportunity. Ergo, I had to deceive her on some level.
Guys do that. They
Yes,
use a picture
it's
from
wrong.
2016,
Sure.
but now they're like gained weight and older and
Right,
know?
but that's wrong. Or there's other ways in which women care about looks too. There's ways men will lie. Maybe they lie about their height.
Okay,
That's a good one.
if a man was balding
Yeah, and he wore a hat.
and he wore a
toupee.
toupee,
Yes.
would you consider that deceiving, or is
Sure.
that just enhancing his natural face structure with fake hair?
I mean, that's not what he actually looks like, wearing the toupee.
What about a beard? If you were to shave your beard,
Yeah, I would look different, yeah.
so would you consider a beard
I don't think,
deceiving?
no, insofar as a beard is natural, whereas makeup is completely fake. Like, I could be on a desert island and grow a beard. If you were on a desert island, you would not, unless you were fucking weird, you would not, like, start mining fucking material to slap on your face. That's a survival situation. Makeup is fake. Makeup is artificial.
But girls look like that. Like, when we go out in public, we put on makeup. So we're not lying, because we take our makeup off in the night when we sleep, or if we
Yeah.
are at home. So, like,
Look,
we look like this.
That's sure. Going back to the beard point, I suppose, like, for example, I'll grant that there are men who maybe they have a weak jawline or a weak chin, and they grow a beard. 100% could be the case.
Wait, Brian, isn't shaving the beard the unnatural thing?
Sure, shaving the beard would, I suppose, be the unnatural thing.
So then
But-
the argument that she's making that you're trying to hide something is the opposite, right? It's like, that's the natural state of things.
I suppose. But I think the bigger thing here is, well, then, like, how far do we bring it when it comes to hair? Well, I suppose everybody should just shave their head, both men and women, and then we can, because I think in the same way that a hairstyle on a man can make him more or less flattering, I think the same thing can be said for women. In the same way with the beard thing, this applies to both men and women. Perhaps a man who's balding or a man who has a large forehead, same with a woman. A woman could wear bangs. A woman could cover her five head or whatever the fuck. I don't think styling and grooming is quite at the same level as makeup, though. In addition to this is an argument I frequently make. I think when people are making appraisals or assessments of physical appearance, typically I think the top 50% of your face is going to be much more heavily weighted than the bottom 50% of your face. Like from here up versus here down. So look, the beard can do some lifting for people, but when it
What
comes
about
to
the teeth? Because I feel like teeth are a big thing.
Sure, yeah.
Like if you're
fucked
I'm
up,
just saying,
yeah,
like,
somebody with somebody with nice teeth, that can be a factor that gets put into one's physical attractiveness. But I don't think you can make comparisons to beards when it comes to makeup.
But what about hair transplantation? Like when you're balding and you just move your hair?
Yeah, no, I see that. The thing is, though, is that I don't know. It would be deceiving insofar as, the toupee one is interesting because that is not that does not become a permanent thing, right? So like he could take that shit could fall off. Like you're fucking and it falls off. Oh, fuck. He's bald? What the fuck?
A Donald Trump.
Or some shit. But like...
That'd be funny.
The interesting thing, though, even with the toupee, but to your point, like the hair transplant, is that a man could, men into their 40s and 50s can still have a fantastic hairline and a full head of hair. So the hair transplant is perfectly mimicking something that exists either in one's youth or exists for other men, or exists of men of that age, or can exist naturally, independent of for other men or when he was younger. No woman, the fake lashes.
No, the boobs.
Hold on. No woman, when it comes to the fake lashes, has natural lashes that look like fake lashes. No woman has eyeline. No woman naturally has black marks around her eyes. No woman naturally has lipstick and all that. No, right? So the hair transplant one
And the boob one. Because women, if they had
okay, go ahead, but I have a response.
Yeah. If they had perfect boobs and then they get children and they become flat and saggy and then they get, a boob job. Isn't that the same for a guy? He had hair, he lost it, and now he's getting it back.
It could be, although the thing is with breast implants, there is no natural state of women where they ever have plastic in their chest naturally.
You can get it fat.
What's that?
You can get
fat transfers?
Yeah.
I'd have to research that, but when it comes, not all women who get...
I have that.
Cool. But when it comes to this, right, so I think most men can, if they see a woman with fake breasts, they can tell. Whereas, so I don't really think that while there are women with large breasts, women with large natural breasts, those don't look the same as fake breasts.
But the same with the hair transplant. Because...
Well, look, I'll grant to you, if you can tell that he has a hair transplant and it doesn't look natural, then sure.
You can pull up a Danish Twitch streamer.
Sure,
Because
there's botched
it's
hair
so
transplants.
Thin,
Sure.
And then it gets, if you got it done badly, it's like a perfectly shaped, hairline.
I mean, so I'm looking at your Instagram right now, and you said, so you don't have implants.
I do both.
Oh, you have both?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so then
Because-
you're not a good example then.
No, I'm not.
Because I'm looking at your Instagram
Are you looking at
profile.
my boobs?
Yeah, I can tell. Those don't look like natural titties.
How can you tell?
I have a fake boob radar. I can tell. Well, typically, here's one, for example. So there is, to some degree, a lack of cleavage. So typically, there'll be a bit of there's other indicators, but there'll be a bit of a gap here that you would not notice in a woman with natural breasts. You don't know what I'm talking about? Have you seen fake breasts before where it's looks like a ball and a ball?
Oh yeah, yes.
And then there's
A gap.
a gap. That's one indicator. The other indicator can typically be, given the size of them, they're too held up than they otherwise should be. because women with large breasts, they will, I'm not saying they're going to be saggy, but they're not going to like sit
natural
quite
fall.
as high in the chest.
But you wouldn't know unless they take their clothes off, right?
I mean, if a woman's in a bikini,
Okay, then you would know.
right. Okay. Here, Sina, read this one for me.